Welcome up, welcome up, welcome up. Welcome up, Soul Family. Welcome up. This is Miss 11 coming at you one more time, one more again, one more again, one more again, one more again. You know what? I'm just going to jump right on in. First, I want to give honor and praise to the Most High, the Ascended Masters, the 3 the Council, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Goddess Sophia, Goddess Isis. Many of you may have been seeing rainbows of any form. You know it if you identified it as a rainbow. There's sometimes you can see color around the sun and moon. So if you have identified rainbows, may not have been the traditional rainbow, but you've seen the rainbow colors, put a blue heart in the comments. So we're gonna swivel the chair a little bit. Okay, it popped in my mind, so I need to say it. Somebody wants to see you. All right. I'm just gonna leave it right there. Someone wants to see you. So if you know what I'm talking about, because I'm not gonna go in detail of that, put a purple heart in the comments. So I came on today. I meet a lot of people all the time, and I have these conversations because I attract other folks amongst my tribe, right? There, could be chosen ones, I was going to say ascended masters. I'll say it. I also attract earth angels, star seeds, people who are on their path. I just attract people who are, and we all are, in the right place at the right time, right? And many of the times when I meet people and we have these conversations, right, a lot of things will come up. So I would have phrases or little things or even movements that maybe an unalived loved one did at one time, or a favorite food of a person who has transitioned, or anything that refers to this person who wants to come through in the conversation. So we'll just say spiritual visitation. I heard someone say that. I thought that was excellent. Spiritual visitations. And they can come through anyone. Like I said, it happens all the time when I'm around certain people. Prayers are always answered. Let me say that because I'm hearing in my spirit to say this right now. Prayers are always answered. We just have to be open to receive them. Often they show up in a way that we don't expect. I'm adjusting my phone. Hold on, it looks different. Sometimes they can show up in a way we don't expect, but they show up. Just be available for them. Be open to receive, okay? Because I'm hearing that in prayers being answered, it may not be what you expect. But if you're open to receive, you'll get the answer you're looking for. Let me just say that. So yes, I have to take my necklaces out because it's bothering me right now. So again, I have these conversations with people, and if the persons I've talked to put a brown heart on the comments, that it's happened before with us. So put a brown heart there. So anyway, so today a spiritual visitation happened, right? And I met this older gentleman, old enough to be my dad, actually. My dad passed on like 2000, I'm going to say like 16, 17. And we didn't have the greatest relationship. Let me just go ahead and say that. He was a street man, all right? And although you all have heard me say I'm a preacher's kid, well, the preacher part was my mom, okay? So anyway, but she married a street man. So I don't know why I'm telling you that, but I am sharing that piece. Maybe it's relevant to someone, okay? So anyway, so I meet this older gentleman, old enough to be my dad. And a matter of fact, what really struck me was he looked like my dad a lot. I mean, I did a double take, like, oh my God, he looks like my dad. So as we're talking, a lot of things came up and developed in this conversation, and you know, he's definitely on that level, okay? And at the end of the conversation, and I told him, I said, you look so much like my dad. It's unbelievable. I said, like, I'm almost getting emotional about this. He's like, well, I hear it a lot, you know, blah, blah, blah. Other people have told him that, basically. And so, and then as we're closing our conversation, he says, I love you, daughter. And I mean, I just immediately began to weep, because that was a phrase my dad had said to me in his later years, like before he died, was, I'm ready to cry now. Is that, I love you, daughter. My dad never told me that he loved me growing up. Never. Never, never, never. As a matter of fact, I didn't hear a lot of I love yous in our household growing up. I didn't. I'm trying to keep the tears back. But when this man said it today, exactly how my dad would say it, you know, said it during the later part, right before his, you know, his last years, I just started bawling, because I knew I had a spiritual visitation. I even called my daughter to let her know. I'm like, oh my gosh, can you believe blah, blah, blah. My daughter's, you know, she's older. She's an adult. She's like 32 years old. And I told her about the experience. I'm like, I am really like, you know, tripping right now. And I don't know why I would think I would be tripping about it, because it happens in my conversations with other people. Okay. So the reason why I'm sharing this with you is during your ascension, all right, wherever you are right now, be open to spiritual visitations, all right? Because when you understand that we really are all one, okay? We're all spirit, okay? And I heard someone, I need to say this. So I was, you know, let me take that back. I was on TikTok and I heard a clip. I don't know where it came from. I don't think it was TikTok. It was a social media. So I'm going to take back TikTok, because I don't think it was TikTok. That someone said, you know, we should not be talking to dead people, right? It's a sin, or about whatever the phrase was. And I'm not here to say anything other than the truth, basically. I just said that. So I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Is that even if you believe in the Bible, right? Yahshua, Jesus, whatever you want to say the energy's name was, he went on the Mount of Transfiguration, all right? There is where he met his ancestors. I think it was Elijah. It was like Abraham, and it was one more other person. So if you remember who the third person was, or if you know all three, just put it in the comments. So even if he talked to his ancestors, who were not alive, right? And we are whoever, are supposed to be in that Christ-like, or the Christos energy, right? Then you can't say, or you should not say, that you would not have spiritual visitations. All right? Of any sort. We're all one. We're all spirit. We're all energy. Okay? So I'm just throwing that out there to help free someone, or give you a different perspective to think about. Again, I'm not trying to change anyone's ideas about anything. But if you have ever had a spiritual visitation, put a white heart in a comment. All right? You are where you're supposed to be. You're always in the right place at the right time. You are expansive on all levels, all dimensions. You are living your highest timeline right now. You are loved and the provisions already made. Welcome.